Hi guys, it's your girl Ella,
It's your boy T.
It's your guy Femi.
and welcome to another episode of
Small
Chats. How's everybody doing? How was your
Good.
week?
I'm good, thank you.
How was your week?
My week was busy.
Really? How comes?
Very busy. Early mornings, late nights. I had 4 presentations to do in 3 days, and I had to prep for them. And then obviously being on top of the show, our editing process, signing off on stuff. It was a very, very busy week. Why are y'all laughing?
It's the editing process. And when you said that, you were smiling. Hope the editing process is going well. I hope it's processing.
It's going well, you know. It's going through toys, throwing out the pram, but it's going well.
We appreciate you.
Thank
you so much. We love you, T.
Love you guys
Thank
too.
you so much. What about you, Femi? How are you doing?
I'm
How's your
good. My week's been good. I went to the theatre this week. I went
Oh,
to
yes, you did.
I watched Shifters.
How was it?
It was really, really good, you know. I really enjoyed it. Nice storyline. Great acting. It was the guy from Supercell.
Yeah.
And the other lady, I don't know where she's from, but yeah, she did an amazing job. So
Did you see the original actress? Because I know that they've swapped.
I don't know who the original actress was.
Never mind then.
The one I saw had a nice afro though. Don't know if that
I
makes
think the character has an afro, so they
Oh.
both do. Yeah.
Oh. It was really, really good. Because I watched for the Black Boys as well, and that one was a bit underwhelming, but I felt like Shifters was a lot more.
Because I had a lot of good reviews about
It's
it.
always, I don't know, I think it was mostly girls I was talking about for the Black Boys.
I heard mixed reviews.
But I
Some
think-
people really loved it, and some people were a little bit underwhelmed.
Yeah, but Shifters, really, really good.
Oh, that's good.
What about you, Ella?
My week was good. It was just work and just trying to get my life in check. Happy, living my best life as always.
life.
As always. And yeah, pretty much. What wasn't? To be honest, the most thing that happened this week was actually mostly work.
Okay.
I think I've become a workaholic.
Cool.
How many days do you work a week?
5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or it's not nice, to be honest. It would be nice to work 4 days a week.
Nice to work 4 days a week. Yes.
Yeah, but like 5, and when I'm meant to be resting, I'm actually not resting because I'm gymming. Yeah.
Do you have to go into the office, or can you work from home for your job?
No, I have to go in.
5 days a week?
Yeah. Think of that.
Wow.
London rush hour.
That sounds crazy.
To be fair though, we did do that for years though, before COVID. That
We
was
did, but
the
I
norm.
don't remember what that feels like anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
5 days a week. No, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. When I tell you people they don't want to be on that train, but they have to be
They
on
have
that
to
train,
be.
you can tell. So guys, let's do up
Small
chat. So what are we drinking today, guys? Because I know I didn't do this mixer. See, what are we drinking? What are we drinking? Tell us.
Today you're just drinking rum and lemonade. I couldn't be bothered to make
Yeah.
you guys something fancy.
He said pathetic fallacy. The way the weather is, that's how bland your drink is gonna be. Literally.
But I'm sure it tastes great because I made it.
Yeah. It tastes so good.
Yeah, we're in Tee's house now, so it was great. I loved it.
Hey.
The lemonade is really, it has a nice lemony aftertaste.
What rum is it? Did you use?
Spiced.
Today, I want to know this. I've always actually asked this question to my friends, like genuine question.
Okay.
Is it still love if someone cheats on you? Someone you're in a relationship with cheats on you. Is it still love?
Okay. Oh, are you waiting for our answers now?
Yeah, I want to know.
Femi, you go first.
I don't know why you came to me first. I thought she'd actually ask you. But is it still love if someone cheats on you? I think the answer varies, man, depending on the person, the situation, when it happened, how it happened. But I think probably yes, there can still be love even if someone cheats on you. Probably just means that person loves themselves more than they love you or the relationship, but doesn't take away the fact that there's still love there. It's just the weighting of where the love is kind of attributed is more towards themselves than the relationship or to the person that they're in a relationship with. So yeah, I think there's still love if someone cheats.
I would say yes, it's possible to still love your partner and cheat on them. I think the question is, do you respect your partner or your relationship? And I think a lot of people conflate that the two have to be mutually exclusive, but they don't. You can love somebody but not respect them or not respect your relationship. And there's something to be said for some men who feel like, and speaking specifically for men at this point, because this comment came from a man. He said when he was cheating on his wife, it's because he didn't love himself. He didn't honor himself. He was insecure and he was looking for validation outside his home. So there's something to be said for he still loved his wife. He just didn't love himself.
So for me, it raises the question: if you know you're not whole in yourself, and you don't respect yourself enough to be in a committed relationship, why get into one?
That's a fair question. I mean, a lot of people do things that they shouldn't do.
Like cheating. But like at the same time, what's cheating? Because some people, they see cheating like differently. Like their aspect of cheating can be different to yours. So for me, I want to know, you guys, what do you consider cheating? Because some people can say like texting someone else of the opposite gender, oh, you're cheating on me, just like that. Or some people are like, oh no, that's calm, I don't really care.
My answer to that question is cheating is when you break the agreement that you have in your relationship.
But what agreement is that?
No, if you're in your relationship,
Yeah.
Flirting is not allowed. If you flirt with somebody, you've cheated. But if you're in a relationship where flirting is cool, then flirting is not. I think cheating, it's the two people in a relationship that decipher what cheating means to them, and that's the reason why I said as long as you break the agreement that you guys have made together. So if your agreement is you only sleep with me, if you step out on your partner, you've cheated. If your agreement is I don't like it when you like other people's posts on Instagram, if you've done that and that person feels like you've cheated, they're allowed to feel that way. Now, do I think that that's crazy? Yes. But I'm just using it as an example that cheating is when you have broken the agreement that you and your partner have made together for your relationship.
So is it like an unspoken agreement, or is it like a, let's have a conversation now, this and this is cheating, this and this is not cheating?
I think some of it is unspoken, some of it can be discussed. Like if you have married your partner, you know you're in a monogamous relationship, you're aware of that from the very start. So if you step out on your wife, you've clearly broken the agreement. That you might not have had the conversation and be like, oh, by the way, we are mono. But if you stepped into a relationship knowing that you're monogamous and you step out, you've cheated.
What about you, Femi? What
I
do you
think
consider
it's
cheating?
doing anything that you wouldn't want your partner to do to you. In simple terms.
Word.
So yeah, if you're not
Word.
comfortable with it, like, yeah, whatever your partner does, if you're not comfortable with the idea of what she can do or he can do, then that's what I think is cheating.
No, I hear that, to be honest, because that's what I genuinely think as well. Because that's how I always see things. Something I wouldn't do or I wouldn't like if that person was doing it, I'm not gonna do it, because first of all, I clearly don't respect you if I go out my way to even put myself in those positions. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, some people just, yeah, it is what it is. But to answer the question, I don't believe there's love there when you cheat.
Why not?
Because for you to love someone, you have to respect someone, like you said. So they both go hand in hand. So with the lack of respect, there is also a lack of... You can have love for someone. You can I have love for you, but I don't actually I love you. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like,
I understand what you're
I can
saying.
have love for you, like, oh, because we've had our past. Like, I have love for you, but I don't love you. I don't respect you. That's basically how I see it. Because if I respected you and I loved you, I wouldn't go out of my way to do something that I know would hurt you.
Okay. Now, it's probably a little bit different. So it's probably a terrible example, but I'm using it anyway. Children that don't get along with their parents, for whatever reason, they're like, I'm cutting my mum off, I'm cutting my dad off. They still love their parent. They just don't respect that relationship anymore, and they've chosen themselves and removed themselves. So you still love your parent, but you don't respect them.
You have love for them, but you don't actually genuinely you don't respect them, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, my question is how can that
Because you're
be there?
naturally, you love your parents because you only have one.
So does that not stem from trauma then?
No, it stemmed from nature and nurture. So the person who's raised you, looked after you, blah, blah, you love them for the position that they are in your life, your parent. However, their behavior says, I can't be around you. I don't respect how you treat me. I don't respect how you conduct yourself. So therefore, I'm going to remove myself from said situation. But that doesn't mean you love your parents any less. So the whole point of that monologue is that you can definitely love somebody and not respect them. You can definitely love somebody and not respect your relationship. That has no bearing or no reflection on the other partner. This is all your stuff that you've got to work out. And maybe you shouldn't have got into a relationship if into a marriage if you're not
ready
where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
But in order to pick somebody that you want to marry and etc., that you want to be with, there's an element of affection and care that takes you there.
I think also like it depends on what you value in that relationship. So I know there's probably relationships where the husband's like a billionaire or a millionaire and he's making enough money. So the wife is kind of like, yeah, I expect him to cheat, but if he doesn't finance me, then that's where I draw the line. That's where like I'm going to be pissed because he's not, looking after me. So it depends on what you value in the relationship. So some couples might say, you're not cheating. Psh, at least he's paid for my clothes. At least I've got a roof over my head.
Doesn't cheating also speaks like a lot about someone's moral compass?
Yes, it's a lot about your character.
Yeah, it's more about the person than
Like,
relationship. I think it's lack of self-control and discipline.
Definitely lack of discipline.
Because cheating is when you allow your body to kind of take over and your mind isn't present. It's literally your body saying, Oof, I got this urge, I need to fulfill it. But if you had the self-control to be like, let me hold on that. And ego as well.
And I think one thing that I've seen recently is just disrespectfully men saying, oh yeah, men saying when a girl cheats it's worse because it's emotional, but when a guy cheats it's just a quickie, like it doesn't matter, they don't actually like that person, it's just, isn't that worse? Like, isn't that worse to say that, oh, you just had a quick urge, I'm not going to respect you in that quick second, and just...
Guys have two heads.
Yeah.
Let's not
I was trying to decipher how I was going to go there. But I like how you've done that.
And it depends which one's in control in that moment.
Yeah.
Women don't have two heads.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure.
No, you don't know that.
It's in...
But still, like, at the same time...
Sorry. Carry on, yeah. Go ahead.
But, yeah, like, I genuinely don't feel like saying, oh, it was just a quickie. I feel like that holds a bit more... For that quick second, you couldn't just compose yourself. You couldn't just pack it in. You couldn't just say, I'm not doing this today. I'm going to respect what I have in the house, and I'm going to close my leg and go home. That other head needs to go and get
I agree
somewhere
with
if you can't deal with that second.
I think to a woman that would be like, she's like, oh, so you jeopardize our marriage and everything that we've built, or our relationships. I think we keep using a marriage as an example. You jeopardize our relationship over something that meant nothing, because for a woman it's like, in order for you to throw this whole thing that we've built away
in a split second,
you must care about that person. Oh, so you don't care about that person. So you don't care about that person, you want to throw this all away. So you must not care about this. But that's not how men think.
How do men think? Do they think?
We do. But you're just assuming men are built like women and women are built like men.
Never said that.
That's the assumption you're making with the kind of statement you're making. Because
No, I'm saying we're all humans with morals.
Yeah, but...
And for me, it's a thing of, if you're going to go into a union together, there should be some sort of respect and should be some sort of, like, value you hold when you... It's always, like, I'm not saying, oh, everyone's perfect, but I'm going about saying, in most situations, it's the guy that goes and says, will you be my this? Will you be my that? The fact that you said in your mind, you told yourself that I'm willing and I'm ready to, get into this commitment, into this relationship with you. I might be sacrificing the single life, I already know what I'm sacrificing, but I'm ready to ask you, will you be my this? You should already know that this is what I'm going into and I can't go back to that lifestyle.
I think most, okay, let me not say most, a lot of people, when they make that decision, they mean it when they ask. They mean their vows. They mean that this is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life that I'm going to respect, cherish, value. They mean it when they say it. I think most, of course, there is an exception of some people that enter the marriage with the intention that's, I'm still outside. But for the majority, as far as like I'm aware, most people enter it with good intentions. Now, I'm not saying that that's good enough and that's an excuse, but I believe most people enter with good intentions.
But yeah, even speaking about cheating as well, apart from physical, there's also emotional. And I think that's where the aspect of it hurting men more when it comes to a female cheating comes in. Because female, it always starts off emotional. Like, where I feel like everyone's emotional. However, there's a serious connection when I connect with you emotionally. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's where it hurts a guy more when,
Of course.
Yeah.
Because
that's like you're connecting mentally.
Yeah.
And that's like,
I'd be vexed.
it's like, oh, so what? And you know, it's when the female starts like connecting with someone else emotionally, like
It's taken away
that,
from them.
it's
at
like
home.
that person is you're just doing
Yeah,
there.
that's exactly what's happening.
So it's, yeah, sorry.
I think what it is because for men, right, like you said earlier, men choose the woman, and it's their pride that's involved. Because if I've chosen you, I've had to pursue you and capture you, and for someone else to be able to not capture you,
Yeah.
I've had to pursue you and convince you and woo you and all of that. So for some guy to be able to come into my garden and pluck my fruit or my flowers, that's
Just anyhow.
I mean,
Just
it doesn't
anyhow,
matter
that's
if your
gonna hurt.
garden is even for the whole streets, does it? When
Say that again?
the garden is, everybody can see your garden. What's the point?
But my point is, you never had to pursue the guy, right? So it's not your garden. You haven't had to nurture this person. As a guy, the ego is hurt in terms of my fruit, my flower has been plucked by someone else, even though I'm the one that actually choose this person. I had to chase this person down. So there's a lot more ego that is more involved when it comes to the men being hurt. And then also, for women to emotionally cheat, it means like that's even worse because she had to make herself open for that. Whereas the difference with men is that,
You can just be out with. And again, I am not saying that this is okay. By the way, this is just we're just conversing. It's a conversation.
No, carry on.
I feel like for a man, like you can just be out with your boys, just chilling, and one bad mistake leads to another bad mistake, that leads to another bad mistake.
because think about how men are.
Why?
I don't know. Think about how men are biologically. So
They go into their natural animalistic self. They forget that they're higher beings.
What friends do you have around you? That's the question.
Some people have bad friends.
And maybe you should
and that's the reason why in most cases women say that they don't like their husbands to hang around with their single friends. Like, go find you some other married husbands to be friends with, so that all of you can have sense together. There's a reason. Because the wife thinks if you are married and your friends are single, that means when you're around them, you're going to act single. So therefore, let them friends, not let them go. But you get what I mean? Like, women don't typically like their husbands to hang out with their single friends.
Let them go.
I also think biologically, like as a guy, you are ready at any time of the day, 6 a.m., 10 o'clock.
I have a job. Wait, what?
Biologically, so like you always
Wait,
get.
what?
I don't even know how to say the word, but you
It's
get.
because you're...
No.
I don't know why I'm trying to choose my words, because I never really choose my words.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can go at any time.
Anytime.
Like, it's of course discipline. Like, you're not just whacking, going at work, going on the bus, going on the tube. That's not what I mean. But what I mean is that if an opportunity presents itself, if you already have if you already have some character flaws, or you already have some, you haven't evolved or grown to the point of, a responsible husband. If somebody presents to you, your nature could potentially take over. I think that's where I'm going with what I was trying to say.
Yeah, literally. You both need to find Christ. You and your nature.
I'm not saying
Because-
that I'm a part. I am just speaking in general. I'm not saying that I'm.
So
I'm
doesn't
under
that come
condition.
to self-control as well?
Yes,
That's what we
that's
said
what we
earlier.
said.
So can
Self-control,
discipline.
self-respect, discipline.
hey wahala, fear men. Sorry, I'm women
Look,
sometimes.
even in the Bible, who is it in the Bible? King David, when he sent what's his guy? There was a woman that he liked, and he sent her husband to the front line in a war just so he can chop. This was happening
It's been
2,000 years
yeah,
ago.
since the dawn of man.
It's just in the man's. I'm not gonna say it's in the man's nature, but I think what you're right in saying, self-control, self-discipline are things that men need to work on to avoid being in that situation. Also, the circle of friends that you have,
Yeah.
people who hold you to account in terms of, if there's opportunity that arises, you have a friend that tells you, well, are you sure you want to go there? Because I think the problem with most guys is that they don't have that friend who can say, I'm not sure you want to do that.
But for me, it's like consequences of your actions. Because, like, for example, when situations like that do occur, what happens after? Is the trust that you had in the relationship, is it worth all of that, 5-10 minutes?
No, it's not.
It's not worth
it. Never
it.
is. But it's ridiculous because in the moment, you don't think of all the things that you should think about. You don't. That's why they said that,
What did they say? Men don't have sense.
I didn't say men don't have sense.
Oh.
I just said, in the words of Charlemagne, black men don't cheat. But the boys that do cheat, right?
Mm-hmm.
The boys that do cheat, they don't think about the consequences in their action in that moment.
Yeah. And my question is, in most situations that you guys have ever been in, God forbid if...
Why am I in it now?
You guys, I need to rephrase that question.
Heard of,
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
does the trust come back?
Sometimes, but it takes a lot of work. I think.
And are you willing to do the work?
Yeah, I think it takes a lot of work. It takes both people willing, and it also
Why
takes
both?
the man.
It wasn't both people that cheated.
I know, but the person cheated on also somewhere has to be willing for the relationship to continue, because if the cheated on is completely done, then the cheatee you can grovel from now till next year.
So if someone cheated on you,
done.
are you staying
It depends.
on?
It depends on so many circumstances. It depends on how I feel. It depends on what agreement has been broken. It depends on what the betrayal is. It depends on how, it's so many. I think there's so many factors.
So you're staying.
It depends.
What about you, Femi?
I'm out.
Really?
Yeah, what did I say?
Okay. That's interesting. That's
You know how
very
you feel.
interesting. How do I feel? Tell me.
Hit the road, Jack.
No, because you have to know your worth, no? Like, you genuinely have to know, like, if someone disrespects you and breaks the boundary that you guys created, what's the point? You don't respect me enough to even think twice. Literally think twice in that space of a minute.
There's also a number of reasons why I would be out, and some guys would be out, because yeah, you might still love the person and you want to be with them, but then you also got to think about how you would behave in that relationship. So I don't want to be with someone where I'm still going to have a little bit of resentment towards them, because it's just not going to be fun. If I know that I can't heal from this situation, then I'm not going to force myself to be with someone knowing that the relationship's not going to be the same.
But if you think there's potential for you to heal and move forward, what would you say?
Yeah, I definitely understand that, because I would start thinking twice about everything you're doing.
You would.
'Cause,
it's natural.
like, if you're saying you're going to one place, are you actually going to that place? If you're saying you're doing this, are you actually doing this? Because now you've put that in my mind.
Of course.
You've put that idea of me questioning everything you do, double downing on every single thing you're saying to me, because how am I meant to trust you? The one thing that you had to protect, you couldn't protect it.
But that's why I say that the cheatee has to be willing, because if the cheated on is willing to is trying to stay, then it's up to the person who cheated, and this goes for men and women, the person who cheated, to put in the extra work to put that person's mind at ease. So now, if I know that you no longer trust me, and I say, oh, I'm going to, I don't know what I was going to say, Circus Soleil. If I'm going to Tesco, I'm going to the gym, and I know that that's going to cause you distress, then it's my job to be like, oh, by the way, let's connect our what do you call it, so you can always see my location on your phone. Let's do this. And of course that seems crazy, but if you're the person that hurt somebody, you have to be willing to go the extra mile to put that person's mind at rest.
Yeah, but I feel like in healthy relationships you shouldn't have to question so much.
But put healthy aside, something has happened.
Eh?
So when something has happened, you have to do what it is, whatever it takes to put that thing back to what it was, or at least close to. This is not going to last forever. At some point, some sort of trust will start to build up, where the other person will be like, oh, if you say you're going to Tesco, now I 70% chance, 80% chance believe that you're going to Tesco, so I'm not going to check your location or want to know where you are. Oh, even because I now 70% chance trust you, if you put your phone next to me, you've gone to the toilet, I no longer, the urge for me to check your phone has reduced, because you're building your respect and your trust back in your relationship.
So you both have to be willing to build that.
So,
yeah, because if the other person is ready to go, then it doesn't matter what you do.
And one saying people say is, once a cheater, always a cheater. Do we believe in that?
That's not true.
You don't believe in that?
No.
You say no?
No.
You say people can be redeemed? I didn't want to say men.
People can be redeemed.
People can be redeemed?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to hear from a female perspective though, because obviously the questions are coming to me and T here, but from your point of view, like,
do I believe once a cheater, always a cheater?
No. I mean, in terms of being a woman and the thought of cheating, how does that happen? Does it happen emotionally or does it happen physically? Because I think for most guys, they don't look at another woman and be like, oh, this girl's going to love me so nice, or this and that.
Yeah.
It's just going to be, all that bum's
Very
banging.
rarely. I mean, it does happen, but very rare.
Exactly. But for a woman, how does it work out? Is it because...
What makes a woman cheat? Is essentially what he's asking.
When she lacks something in her relationship, and when there's a decline in a man doing what he was doing, or even trying to improve himself in a good way. So, for example, I'm not saying I've done it. We'll never do that, God forbid, ill. But yeah, because I've heard many stories of, if a guy isn't doing or acting or even treating the woman in the way he used to, you know, courting her, taking her to nice places, taking her to restaurants, giving her the validation she doesn't even need, but she knows that would be nice sometimes. And just, you know, being there.
Why did she leave?
Sorry, that just sounds conditional.
No, but
why does it has to do all of these things for you to stay loyal?
No, it's not a thing about staying loyal. It's like, you know what I like, you know who I am, and you know that it doesn't even have to be conditional. It can just be me being around you, literally. But you tend to not want to be around me. It could be the littlest thing. It could be the littlest thing that changes.
What I think, then correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously I'm not a woman. But I also feel like, in some cases, when women do cheat, and typically it is emotionally, my question is like, why don't you leave? Because when a man finds
it takes a while.
When a man finds a woman that he feels is an emotional thing, he starts contemplating what his life is going to look like with that new woman in replacement of his wife. And in most cases, when there's an emotional connection, men leave their wives or they have a relationship for the new person. But most women tend to drag it on.
I think it takes a while for a woman to leave. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that, but it takes a woman a while to leave. Like they start
check out. Like
they start
2 years.
They start
before, yeah.
they start tapping out. They start tapping out mentally. Then it can just be one little. The man drops something. I'm done. I'm gone. I don't want anymore, because you literally like. You've built it up to the point where it's just like that little thing. I'm done, and it could be. You just drop one.
So
knife.
then now you understand why men say it's worse than when women cheat because it's all emotional.
Yeah, I definitely
Because that
understand
means
that.
you're essentially it's the beginning of the end of our relationship.
Yeah.
I don't think one 5 minutes, how long does it take? Is better. 5 minutes.
I think it is because
5 minutes.
a man has had
5
to
minutes.
court
You
you,
could just
break you down, get to know your favorite color, probably bought you flowers. Whereas for men, it's not. They don't think about that
just
at all.
think about busting a nut and calling it a day. Not thinking about your wife and thinking that, because I feel like that 5 minutes can really wreck a whole.
No, it
Whereas
It can, we're not-
when you start,
does.
if someone starts, let's say, because it can still be redeemable. Like for a female, if she starts talking to someone new and she still has this person could really just change, because people change. We're always changing.
But if
So-
we're always changing, didn't you say earlier that once a cheater, always a cheater?
No, I didn't say I
you
believe
didn't
that.
say
I just
that?
said
Okay.
people
You just
say,
asked.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, he wants to
Sorry, I
come
just
and
wanted to
grab
check.
me today. He wants to grab me
I just
today.
wanted to make sure.
No.
Please, yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
No. But yeah, so people always change. So that man could really literally be redeemed. Like it could literally be a thing where, like I don't need this new guy. I have this amazing guy here doing all this. But you just had 5 minutes. That's
Do you know
what
what?
you
Yeah,
needed.
I've just been thinking about it, and I think the act of cheating from a man and a woman, irrespective, is they're both equally bad. I think
Yeah,
the problem
definitely.
is that
There is no one's
Definitely,
better than the other.
no one should ever be. There shouldn't never be a third person, regardless. Because I'm here with you.
Unless you're poly.
I'm here with you, having that relationship, and we're here to respect and build together, not respect and break and go and be doing. No,
No, I agree.
because what are we doing?
I think that also, like, when it comes to it, we're thinking like, when I'm thinking about a woman cheating, I'm thinking about it from a male perspective, and I think the values that men have and the values that women have are very different. So that's probably why it's very, very hard for us to probably understand your side of things and vice versa.
And
Because
that's
for
where
you, it's like,
communication comes in.
yeah, but I mean, for you, it's like 5 minutes. It's just a quick 5 minutes, and then for us, it's like you let your emotions in.
Yeah,
So
because it seems that for men, it seems like you don't care for another man to get into you. Like that means your love and your whatever for me and our relationship is declining. And I think that's also the reason why most men don't stay, because it's like you don't want me.
Yeah,
But that's
So
the
why
thing,
would I stay where I'm not
that's
wanted?
what I'm saying. Because it starts somewhere. As it's starting, that love that I have for you is still there, but cool, it is declining. However, it could really just be like, no. It could be anything. That's what I say sometimes. When you're not getting what
You desire.
it's like basically you're getting this from this guy because you're not getting this from your man. So
think-
because this guy is giving it to you, you're now,
You're open.
open. But if my man just said, well, no, that's my wife, I'm giving everything, you're receiving everything from him, you don't need that man.
No, I do.
Because literally you still have so much love for your man. So
but I think this is probably why. So then, T asked the question, why do women stay? And I think most women stay because they're just desperate to have someone or be in a
Whoa.
relationship with someone. They just need to
Whoa.
have someone around them.
whoa.
It's true. It's like there's
Whoa.
married women who are cheating, but they're just desperate to have someone
Whoa.
to say that, oh, he loves me and or whatnot. Why don't you just leave?
Whoa.
Because women are so kind of, they need to be in a relationship or they need to have a marriage. That's why they will probably slip out, but still want to keep their.
Like I said, not all women either.
Yeah, I'm generalizing.
He's
Come
generalizing.
on.
Generalizing for the purpose of this conversation.
Yeah.
Face.
Go on.
I can't remember what I'm saying anymore. I'm just
Oh,
gonna
You
really?
said, you feel like when women cheat but don't leave, it's because they feel desperate to stay.
That's what.
maybe the word
like,
desperate
Yeah,
is
I
a
was
bit
gonna
too
say,
strong.
Yeah,
The word is a bit
like
too strong.
that's what's
Yeah.
robbing me.
That's
It's not. It's
that's
not.
what's
It's
giving
not.
you-
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Called
okay.
Babylon. It's not.
Desperate. They value it a lot more. There's a lot more value in it for them.
Do you think the value comes from public perception as well?
Yeah, because if a woman's 35 and single, it's like, oh, what happened to you? But if a man's 35 and single, there's nothing wrong.
There's everything wrong. Sorry.
Also, if you're a married
Whoa.
woman that's cheating on your husband and people found out that your relationship broke down because you cheated on your husband, people also look at women very, very differently.
Yeah, the people perceive women is completely different to the way. Oh, that's just a man. That's in a man's nature. No. A woman. You're a this. You're a no, because cheating is cheating. Both genders are doing
Cheating
it.
is cheating. I think what it is, it's just easier for people to talk about men cheating because the analogy that I think I've mentioned
Because
before
it's
is
been
that
generalized. It's literally been the norm because they do it 24s.
so if you want to find a dog shit, you don't need to search for it. It's out there in the grass, out there on the pavement. But if you want to find a woman shit, they're like cats. You got to go and find that little box and search for it, and that's just where it is.
And women are not sloppy.
They're very, very smart. That's how you have women in relationships with men, and all of their children are for their ex-boyfriend who they really loved, but he didn't want to wife them.
Is everybody hot? I'm hot.
It's true, because you hear about paternity fraud. You hear about all of this stuff. It happens both ways. I'm not saying one is weighted more, one is stronger than the other, one is worse or not. Let's just keep it a buck here. Men and women are in the same bucket here. It's just easier to talk shit about men when it comes to cheating compared to women. Because when it happened to Marcel and the other woman, Marcel should take her back. It was not. She didn't get that much, criticism. Why?
Yeah, she didn't get that much criticism.
I think
I mean,
it might also depend on the culture.
It's not that she didn't get much criticism. People did drag her, but most people were looking at him like, what did you do? What were you doing?
No,
Exactly.
I don't feel like that's literally. I don't think that's where it is. I think with guys, it's like, what's the word? Like you see it coming. If a guy cheats, you genuinely see it coming, and that's unrespectfully. You genuinely see it coming because it's become so normalized for men to be cheating left, right, and center. You literally hear it every single day. There's always a guy cheating. Is that a stats? There's probably There's probably stats there, but you always see it like.
Why do you think that is?
Because you guys do it 24/7.
I think
and you guys
it's because the value of a relationship is more.
Yeah, you guys don't value your relationships. Clearly,
I don't even think it's that.
Yeah, you don't value the relationship you go into. Then you now think, okay, cool, 5 minutes, I'm calm. It won't matter. She won't probably find out.
I don't think it's that. I think it's in most cases, men tend to get caught, and that's the statistic that people are using, that men cheat more. But actually, if you probably put some women in the room privately with nobody there and nobody was ever gonna ever know, they're probably quite equal.
Probably.
You're not gonna find a man crying about it on Facebook Live about all of this stuff. He's just gonna deal with it in quiet, go to the gym, work on himself, and move on.
What, when
I went to the Shifter show yesterday or this week, and there was a poster in central London with a QR code saying, "Mark cheated on me. Scan this photo."
I saw that.
I saw it on the internet, and I saw it in real life, and I thought,
stay away from this man.
Stay away from this man. It's like, really? Like, no guy is gonna do that. He's just gonna dust himself up.
Genuinely value
But
the
I think it's
relationship.
also because men would feel men typically feel embarrassed because it hurts their ego when their partner cheats on them.
Yeah. Cheating is bad.
Agreed.
Don't do it. It's not good. And I think it also hurts, I think it hurts both party mentally.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. So
Oh yes.
I don't want to send anybody to the psych ward. Please no.
Men be broken.
Yeah.
And do you know?
Men be real broken.
Do
Can you imagine?
you know one thing about men? They get cheated on once, they're gone for the rest of their life. For another 10, 15
Why
years.
is she smiling and laughing about
That
this?
is trauma. Why would
Can you
you
imagine?
laugh at that? The pain.
Gone for 15. No. But Cindy, when I was in 2015, she cheated on me. I'm never. Don't trust women.
Again. And these are the type of women that say, "Oh, we want a man to be emotionally available." Look what happens when you're emotionally available.
Well, I know
But
we
yeah.
can talk about this forever.
No, we genuinely can. But we do have a question from one of our listeners. They said, "Dear Small Chat family, welcome back. Glad you guys are now doing videos. Thank you." So
You can see our hard work.
you can. Thank you so much. So I have been seeing this guy, but it's very early. Nothing serious yet. Taking it slow and learning and getting to know each other. He is really nice. Here is the thing. He is my ex's friend. They're not as close as they once were. However, my ex and I have moved past our history and establishing a friendship. He is also in a relationship with someone else. Do I have to tell him I am getting to know his friend as a potential romantically? Looking forward to your thoughts. Oh, so cute, but whoa. I mean, what do you guys think?
Surely, I think the friend, so the person who he's dating, should be the one that's having the dilemma, because I wouldn't have that much kind of loyalty to my ex. We were together, we tried it, it didn't work out, we move on. So the issue should be with the person he's dating and the ex, because that's their friendship. That's what should be in question, not my kind of new pursuit to be with this person.
But I think I'm assuming she could be wrong, could be any gender, but I'm saying she just represents this conversation. I'm assuming because the exes are also starting to build a friendship, so there's an element, I guess, of owing an explanation. But I do agree with you. It's the friend.
Me personally, I don't think you can be friends with your ex. An ex is an ex for a reason. You can be cordial, but let's keep it over there. Okay? Let's keep it over there. Now that you want to establish something new, you want to find new love, you don't want anyone thing to come and say anything in your, oh, baby, I miss you. No. Ex for a reason. Cool, he's looking for, no. The friend that you're getting to know, I think he needs to have the conversation like you said. He needs to let your ex know that, oh yeah, you don't need to do anything but distance yourself from the ex. I respectfully don't think you need to be friends
Why
with
can't
your
you be
ex.
friends
With your ex, you can be friends
No,
with
you
can't.
can't. Don't do it. I would never advise it.
How many of your exes are you friends with?
None.
How many exes do you have?
One.
Oh, so
Just
she's
one.
still got time.
Okay.
She's still got time.
one.
That's the reason why she's having this.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It makes sense
You
now.
can be friends with your ex.
No, you can't.
I'm friends with some of mine. But,
Why?
the point that I was going to make is that
Just
I
why?
have no issue with you and your ex being friends at all, or establishing a friendship. I think it's the friend that owes your ex an explanation or a conversation. I think when it starts to get serious, if you feel like you want to honor this new friendship that you and your ex are building, then you can have the conversation and be like, oh, by the way, I don't know if you know, but me and so are seeing each other. But I think considering the fact that it's so early days and this
You don't owe him anything.
This might amount to nothing. I feel like
Yeah.
it's having you having a conversation is having a conversation prematurely. However, friend.
And how often do you guys talk for you to be speaking to him?
This is also a very good question.
You know?
You didn't give us that context.
Like, you don't got, no, girl, no, boy, no. Don't bother yourself, I beg.
But for now, I wouldn't say anything. I guess that's
do
my
it.
thing. Like, for now, I wouldn't say anything. It's not your
Yeah,
place.
just
It's got nothing
enjoy
to do
your
with
new
you.
romance.
Yeah, enjoy the ride, man.
Enjoy
It's
the
another
new
person.
romance. Ignore your ex. Don't let him or she come into your peripheral. Okay? Don't let it come to your breathing space. Just do you. Okay? And enjoy. If there needs to be a conversation, tell the person you're getting involved with to go have that conversation. Not you.
So we all agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Mm.
I've got one.
Yay.
So it says, my friend has been married to my husband.
Wait, what?
My
Pause.
friend has been married to her husband. I'm going to assume it's her
okay.
husband. I'm assuming that that's what you mean. It's not your husband, because that would be real serious. But my friend has been married to her husband for 12 years and they have 2 children together. Oh yeah, her husband. Yeah. And they have 2 children together. They're both in their 40s. After a rough few years where she was made redundant and she admittedly started to close off quite a bit emotionally and communication-wise, as she was focused on just getting a new job more so. She discovered that he stepped out from some DMs. So the husband,
Don't go on the chat.
She discovered that he stepped out from some DMs. They have each other's phone passwords. It is now over and he has stopped all contact with this other woman, as far as I know. He has always been a provider and a good father, but she's struggling to let herself love him wholly again now that the trust is broken. What should she do?
Pray about it.
Ella, what should she do?
Pray about it.
She should pray about it.
Pray about it.
Okay.
Ask God for guidance.
Is that what you have to say?
Yeah, because not everybody will like what I have to say, so pray about it.
And what do you have to say?
I would say she should pray about it and then give herself like a time to say like, look, maybe a year or 6 months to try to feel different about the relationship or to make herself feel better about him. But if it gets to that point and there's no kind of change, then she needs to reevaluate whether she wants to be in that relationship or not. I know it's not nice to say because you don't want a marriage to end, but there are now going to be 2 people suffering.
Yeah.
Yes, the guy did step out and he didn't get caught until now, and yeah, he's been found out. But what you don't want to be is in a relationship with someone where they're just going to be holding it over your head. You know, you didn't take the bins out and be like, oh, that's because you went to go and cheat. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not laughing at you, by the way.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, and the guy's going to get tired of hearing that shit. It is.
This example sent me.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you don't want to be in that situation. So
Yeah.
if you can't move
Don't
on.
you finish work at 6? You should be home by 7. You're home at 8. It's
So what? Because you
cheating.
what? You didn't reply to my message because you were cheating. I'm not even shocked.
Do you know what I mean?
It's crazy.
You bought cornflakes instead of crunchy nut. Oh, yeah.
Because you were
It's
distracted.
because she
You were
likes
too busy
crunchy nut.
cheating to think about what you didn't
She
She
get.
likes
likes
crunchy nut.
crunchy nut.
Oh.
Yeah, I
No,
say pray about
I'm
it.
sorry that I'm laughing. I'm laughing at Femi's
Yeah.
commentary. I think one, be kind to yourself, because it's affecting you clearly. And when trust has been broken, and especially the fact that you have your own personal issues that are going in terms of being redundant and still trying to take care of a family, and then you want support from this man that has that's basically betrayed you. So I think that you should be kind to yourself and give yourself time, however long that takes for you. But I also think that you would know if you really want to try or you really want to go.
I would like to find out if whether like maybe she wasn't giving it up to him for like a year or 2, because these are certain things that you do
There's
have to consider,
aspects.
because for her to
But
say she
I
wasn't
don't think it should
emotionally
matter,
available,
no.
it should matter, because then that means she didn't communicate what was really going on in her mind. That partner should have been there to help her go through it.
But that's the thing, we didn't know. That's the thing, we don't know
Yeah.
if they were
Speculate.
communicating
I'm
or
just
not.
assuming.
Yeah,
Because-
well, it says communication wise and emotionally she wasn't available to him. So he probably did feel neglected. Not saying that's an excuse. But he probably did feel neglected. But yeah, I feel like you should make the decision that's best for yourself. I wouldn't tell you to stay or go. But I think that you should I love once you can go. I think that you should take time for yourself, figure out what you want for yourself and your family, and make a decision off that.
This has
And
been
also,
fun.
I'm assuming now that you said it's ended, blah, I'm assuming the man is sorry as well. But yeah, tell your friends.
You don't know that.
She said
He might be in another DM. You don't know that.
No, that's not. We can't add our own sugar and salt.
We're speculating.
See how my words come back to bite me. Anyway, that's our advice. Thank you for sending in your messages. I feel like you guys should keep sending us stuff like this. We actually really do enjoy it.
We do.
Yeah.
And when we laugh, we're not laughing at you.
Yeah.
We're laughing at Femi.
that didn't bang. Next time, next
I
episode. episode.
beg, I don't want to hear it. But yeah, guys, this was fun. We learned about cheating and not to cheat, and don't trust men. Leave the man if he cheats. And yeah, thank you. Anything
What about
that
women? Women
Yeah.
cheating too.
don't leave them.
Do you know what I mean? Look at this host. Where did he get this idea from? The hell?
Anyway,
Thank you guys for listening and watching.
another episode of
Small chat.
Chat.